What's up, cheers? Welcome to Yames Time. I'm Yames, and this is an Amazon Prime recommendation / a future movie classic. So I'm going to take it as that. And it's, again, I'm going to do my rules, because everyone keeps coming in onto a certain point of the video of my series that I do, and they don't understand the fucking logic. So shut the fuck up and listen. My rules for this now for an Amazon Prime recommendation is that it's my ratings are G, PG, M, MAR. For that, they're being their Australian ratings, they're different to American ratings, and I'm going to try and explain that beforehand. If need be, I'll make a disclaimer video so you can watch that later on, because I can't be bothered to try and explain every time. But this is a new one for me because I missed out on it last year as I didn't have time to see the movie. This is for Long Shot. The Charlize, Theron, Seth Rogen powerhouse movie, I'll say, because I absolutely loved it. So it came out in 2019. I believe it was rated M for Australia, and it's rated R for Amazon Prime, which surprised me because I feel like it could have been an MA rating, as it had a lot of sex, more than I was expecting, a lot of drug use, and a lot of violence and all that stuff, and I was just like, and a lot of racism, and I'm like, oh, it's a satirical piece rather than a serious drama piece, which surprised me. Goes for 2 hours and 5 minutes or whatever. And it starts off with Seth Rogen with the white supremacist about to get a nut, like trying to infiltrate the KKK, and he's about to get the Nazi symbol on him, and it's just like, oh shit, and you kind of have to go with it when your life is almost threatened, because otherwise everyone gets a bit murdy, stabby. I was just like, holy fuck. And he just, to escape, he literally jumps out the window, hits the car, and everyone's like, oh shit, he's dead. And then he moves, it's like, how the fuck did you survive that? And it's just, oh my god. So the cast is Charlize Theron, Seth Rogen, June Diane Raphael? I don't know. O'Shea Jackson Jr., which surprised me. I like that O'Shea is getting more, I'll say, screen time, but I would have expected more of a higher class legend, like rapper legend, to be in his place. Like, let's say, his father, Ice Cube. But, the president is Bob Odenkirk, which I felt was great casting. Parker Wembley. Oh, I thought it was over the top. Fucking Andy Serkis is Parker Wembley as the Trumpish type of dude. Randall Park, always funny. Alexander Skarsgård as the Canadian Prime Minister. I'm like, ooh, that's a bit hard. Trudeau's a bit of a dreamboat, but Skarsgård is also a dreamboat. I was just like, like, if, they didn't cast Skarsgård as the Canadian Prime Minister, if Trudeau were to bag himself out, that would have made him even more dreamy and funnier. Boys to Men make an appearance. It's like, wait, what? Just go! And sorry, just looking at the cast list and all that stuff, and it's very surprising. Like, it does go for 2 hours, but it works for 2 hours because it's so funny, so like heartfelt and everything, and it's just like if you believe, it's just like you can make anything happen. Just Charlize Theron goes for the female presidency, like the presidency, to become the first female president, and by chance, it's Seth Rogen knows her because was his ex babysitter and she's 3 years older than him. And it's like, wait, what? And it's just like he's being an awkward like little Jewish boy, growing up. And it's just like has a crush, and it's just like looking at a young Seth Rogen like with red hair. It's just like the kid playing Seth Rogen. It's just like oh, and then young Charlize Theron trying to explain politics to him, and he's technically into it, but also technically digging her, and he makes a move, and then it's just like. Oh, but it's worse because I'm trying to hold on. I'm not bagging Seth Rogen out. I love his laugh, but him explaining his backstory of how he knows the first lady or in charge or whatever. It's like, dude, how the fuck? And it's just like, by luck, you know her, and she likes you, and that's your in to be like the most successful, like the most powerful first lady in charge within the White House, and it's like, go for it. Like, it's if you can pull off impressing your childhood crush and pull off being charming and all that stuff to one of the most highest people in power, and they dig you back. Holy fucking shit! I was like, oh my god, I fucking love it. It's my favourite movie of last year. I am so disappointed in myself that I did not see it, but again, I didn't have the time, and I don't think it had times where that I like to go. I would have loved to support it, but I think it was only at select theatres for where I live, and it was only on at limited times and days, because and I was like, damn it, fuck, shit, damn it, and because the cast is great. I'm not a humongous fan of Diane Raphael's attitude in everything she's in. I find her a bit of aggressive, but that's just me. But again, it works for her characters. I personally love her in Grace and Frankie, but also she needs to tone it down with the attitude. And what else has she been in? Lady Dynamite. And if she's in, if she plays Devon in Big Mouth, then that's the perfect character for her. It's like the attitude and all that stuff, and everything. But it's just the fact that she bags out the way Seth Rogen is, and then is surprised that Charlize Theron is going for him. It's like, yes, you may know what the people will go for or whatever, but you don't know her heart because she is falling for him. So how about you shut the fuck up? That's what I say to everyone when it's like, in your face, ha ha! Because it's like, oh, look, I'm now the first lady, or first husband, or however it works. And then, because then, one side being power is like, off with her head. I don't know if you can do that, but apparently all the rules are out the window now. So, but yes, it's great, it's funny, cast is perfect, the pacing goes well, which surprised me because I thought it was it was going to be long-winded and kind of boring, like a talky piece, which I don't mind if I'm in the mood for it. But this was just like pure delight, a stoner's dream, a chilled out movie to watch, to enjoy, to laugh at, and all that stuff. To be like, haha, that's funny, and just watching Seth Rogen hurt himself. It's just like, oh, dude, just, and just him, the secondhand embarrassment is like, oh, damn it. And just seeing how overly exhausted Charlize Theron is while the president is just taking it easy because he's making a TV show and wants to quit being the president. It's like, cool. And Odenkirk plays that role perfectly because he's like, because I love him from Breaking Bad as Saul, and just the fact that he also wrote for SNL, so his sense of humor works for it. It's just like he knows it's on the nose, and it's just like he's gonna be over the top about it, and it's just like cool. But yeah, as I said, the real surprise in this is O'Shea Jackson Jr. because for a cast of real heavyweights, I would have not cast O'Shea Jackson in the best friend role of Seth Rogen. If best, he should have been the bodyguard for Charlize Theron, and the best friend should have been Ice Cube. And then, a bit of father-son dynamic is like being that Seth, like he's best friends with Seth, but you got to respect his son more because he's protecting the first lady. And it's like, fuck you, Dad. Nah, fuck you, son. It's like, bitch, fuck you. And just the comments that all the side characters make is like, and just how overly blatant, and no one cares about the fact that Parker Wembley literally hacked, and admitted he hacked someone's computer. It's like, are we not going to talk about that? Just he has the technology to do that. Okay? So we're going to blame the dude who comes on his face. It's like, what? Where the fuck is the logic of that? But it's just, that's what made me laugh about it. It's just like Wembley's just like getting like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get mine, and then Charlize pulls the rug over him, says, oh, I'm being blackmailed, and hacked. I love this dude. Fuck you. And it's like, oh, swerve. Which, oh, hello, bird. Which again all goes into another issue of sexual education, technology appreciation, and the fact of not bagging out someone's sexual preferences or whatever. It's like Seth Rogen was or whatever his name is, Fred Flasky, was enjoying himself immensely, and it makes sense because it's like, dude, he was being respectful and not live streaming it. Just they hacked into his computer, which the word is hacked into his computer. So if you're going to jerk off on and accidentally come on your face, that's an accident at all. That probably happens. I could try, but it hasn't happened to me yet. Again, I didn't know it was Andy Serkis who played the arsehole Parker Wembley. That worked so well. But again, I can't be surprised because Andy Serkis is basically the master of disguise. If they remake the Master of Disguise with Andy Serkis, that would be so awesome because it's me, Master of Disguise. It's me. It's like, fuck off. But yes, Alexander Skarsgård plays the Canadian president, the Prime Minister, so perfectly. Just I got to laugh and use my teeth more. It's like, do you? It's like, and he's like, and the way he laughs is just like, ha 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 ha. There's my regular laugh. I'm like, oh god, that's just embarrassing. But the quirky thing about Charlize Theron was her way. It was like, I was like, are you being for real? I was like, and then she's like, oh, I gotta do, like, hello, yes, hello, just hello. And it doesn't look like, having a spaz attack. And then you can't go to Hail Hitlery with their hand gestures. It's like, oh God. And then it explains the tattoo of the swastika turning into a little smiley man. I was just like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Because you kind of have to fix it, which makes sense. Because it's like, this is technically a cover-up, which I'm very happy of. And very happy with this one too. But if it needs to get covered up, I don't know what I'll be able to do with it. But yeah, I want more, so to turn it into a stick man works for the moment, and being it's like up there, he can like cover it up easily. Just like, yeah, cool. If it just goes to the beach, he can just wear a shirt or whatever, if need be, to explain. Doesn't have to explain the situation all the time. So yes, being it's satirical, I do believe this is going to be a future classic, future cult classic as well, because it's very satirical, very on the nose for its themes and all that stuff, and being that we're this is 2020 as I'm recording, being that we're 2020 is a fucking shit show. And the president is who the president is, and the government is doing the way they're doing, and everyone is nonchalant, casual about the hacking and all that shit. It's like they're not paying attention to the hacking part. It seems like in 20 years' time, when technology is better, or if technology is worse or whatever, and if we watch this from in the future, it's like, oh, I don't believe that would have happened. And then it's like, oh, let me tell you a story. It's just like with Monty Python. It's just like their skit of, oh, you wouldn't believe it. Oh, we got beaten as kids. It's like luxury. It just goes on and on and on. So, yes, future cult classic. It works. It's going to be my new series. Future classics. Or from 2000 onwards, outwards, onwards, because there are a few movies that I want to review as well in the genre of everything and from every year, because I love Fight Club, and that's 1989, but I also love The Cell, and that's 2001. I'm like, damn it, but, so yes. So if you want to laugh, and if you love the good cast, watch this movie. It's basically perfect. Just watching the First Lady get stoned and try to explain on the phone that the president is an arsehole, casually, while having a cigarette and looking like Bob Dylan, or I think Bob Dylan, just like, just fucking listen. He's an arsehole. And she's just like, can anyone see me? Oh, shit, fuck. Oh, dude, I'm stoned. Fuck, shh. And it's just like, it's the hilarious to try to keep it together during a national panic crisis, and the other leader on the phone's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. If you think he's an arsehole, yay, I'll support you. And it's just like, what? And the fact that she's trying to look professional with glitter in her hair, it's like, the reporter's like, oh, how'd you handle yourself? And it's like, oh, I did it easily and very well. It's like, so we're not going to mention the glitter? It's like, no, cool, whatever. So, yes. Again, I love Charlize Theron in nearly everything she's in. I haven't seen all of everything she's in, but I loved her in Monster. I loved her in Mad Max, and I loved her in The Devil's Advocate, and I haven't watched the Netflix Old Guard yet. I want to. And Seth Rogen, I love him in everything he's in. I've loved him since Freaks and Geeks. he has the most iconic laugh, and he's one of the best stoner actors in history. A bit of an insensitive bastard when it comes to casual stoning, which I don't have a problem with it, but go check out Kevin Smith's podcast about Zack and Miri Make a Porno, because it explains Jay's recovery and how casually Seth Rogen just lights up a joint and then asks. It's like, no, you're in someone else's house, you ask first, then light up. But again, that's a whole other issue. So, again, go on to check on that. Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Who's your favourite character? Do you think O'Shea Jackson Jr. was suitable for the role? And if not, who could have replaced him? Should Ice Cube have taken his role? And do you think it should have been shorter? Or do you think it's just basically perfect? Again, future classic for me. And I am absolutely shitted off with myself that I did not see this last year. But that's my issue, because I think it was money, time, and limited releases. And we only have a select few cinemas and select few times. I was busy, and if I took time off, then I would have got in trouble. And if then I downloaded it, it's a whole issue within an issue within an issue. So yes, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. More videos that come, new series that come, and my next one it will be technically for Disney Plus, but it will also be for classic movies, because of the Mighty Duck trilogy. Yeah, oh yeah! I watched the first one the other day. Holy shit, I fucking loved it. And again, the actors surprised me. Juicy Smollett was in it, young little dude. I'm like, oh shit, it's Juicy. And Joshua Jackson, holy shit. I technically don't think I've ever saw the first one at the cinema, probably on video, because it's technically named Champions. And then it was D2 The Mighty Ducks, D3 The Mighty Ducks, but I do remember seeing D2 The Mighty Ducks at the cinema, because I was with a friend and his sister and his other sister, and then we played Power Rangers on the computer, and it was like, yeah! It was like an awesome afternoon. And then we got so hyped with D3 The Mighty Ducks, it's like, holy shit! So again, those more videos will be coming out, and all that stuff. Just, if I didn't need to sleep, I'd watch it all day. If I didn't need to drink or eat or get headaches, then I'd do it all day. And if, it didn't rack up the power bill, I would do it all day. So, when the pill comes, then that will be the in thing. Also, the next big one will be Project Power, but my issue with that is the name, and it's kind of ripped off of Limitless. But that's a whole other issue, and when I get into that, when I watch that, I'll explain everything. Sorry, needed to, because trying to talk as fast as I can before the video ends. So yes, sorry I've taken so much time. Thank you for watching, and holy moly, holy, it's more to come. Yes.